Boy, howdy. Oh my god. I'm so tired today. Hello. Welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're starting Turnabout Succession. You can't see it, but I did a really poorly done whip. Well, last time we finished Turnabout Serenade, which is a controversial one. People have some negative things to say about that case, but I think it's fun. I do understand, though, if you are hard of hearing or if you are not musically inclined, how that case can be really fucking annoying. So you're valid. And this case also has some hate, which I think is a little unwarranted. Some of it, I do be like, but a lot of it is really well done. It's very engaging, in my opinion, and is a very good wrap up to this game, I think, for the most part. I watched a video recently, a video essay about why Phoenix is at his best during this game, and it was I agreed with like everything said, which was rare for an Ace Attorney video. So I recommend, if you know what's going on in this case, that you watch that video, whether you agree with the fact that this case is good or not. Just pick at your brain a little bit. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh boy, I don't remember this one that much, actually, though. Like, as far as the nitty-gritty, I remember the main points, but the nitty-gritty, I don't remember as much, because I was unwell. Let's go. Yay. And that is the whole truth of this case. Heart rate's a little high. Okay. Heart rate's a little low. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last... Oh, maybe this is Apollo. I don't know who's talking here, if it's Phoenix or Apollo. I think it might be Apollo. Of these last 7 years. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. Oh. And now? Oh. Okay, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. It was Phoenix. Maybe it's both of them. Maybe they're both talking to me. I don't know. She looks unwell. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. Ooh. Hi, Kristoff. It's been a while. Hey. Hi. Oh my god. Hey, Apollo! Look, on TV! Look! Yeah, I'm kinda busy. Whoa, look at that! He's the last Grammary, alright. Amazing! Apollo, you should be watching this! Ow, ow, ow! What? I was writing about our last case in my journal. Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. I love that he keeps a journal. That's such a sweet... I would kill to read Apollo's journal. Okay, sorry, my inner Clavier came out. And right now, that case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how La Mémoire disappeared. That's right! Uncle Valent did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now.
I was just getting to the good part.
Apollo strikes me as somebody who is very past focused. Like, Trucy gives a very, like, now. She's not very future oriented or past oriented. She is very much in the now type of personality. I bit my tongue. Personality to me. I think if Apollo leans one way or the other, he swings, like, I think he has the tendency to swing toward the past. And I think Clavier also is a very, like, he pretends he's in the now, like, cool, but he's so haunted by his past. Anyway, I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away. What you are now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth, happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. The Sunshine Coliseum. Hey, that's where the Governor's concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. A legendary troupe Gramarye is performing for the first time in 7 years. Hi, Nim! That's going to be great! I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too.
The legendary Gramaryes. If Trucy's real father were still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles.
I've got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo.
Neat. Ah, you are here. Working hard or hardly working? Hey, how have you been?
Hi there, stranger!
Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone a long time. How goes it, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you.
Yay, a pudding! I love pudding. Ooh, it's farm fresh. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself.
Well, I'm beat. Mood, Phoenix.
That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know.
Trucy, you're so correct. The most correct take you've ever had. How right you are. So you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you anyway. That's never something you want to hear from your boss. Secret mission. By the way, it does have something to do with you. Take a seat. That's killing myself immediately. Huh? With me?
Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe you could be one of those guys. A spy.
Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me. You've heard of the Juris system, yes?
The Juris system?
That's right. The new legal system everyone's talking about.
Have you heard of it, Apollo?
Huh? Maybe? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. Foreshadowing is a narrative device. Sorry. The jurist system, huh? Okay, hold on. Phoenix, before we get to that, we have to look around at this fucking office, as usual. A plate of plastic spaghetti for displaying in a shop. Where the heck does she get this stuff?
She got that as a gift, I think, though, right? Want to have a go at that ring, Apollo?
No, I was just touching it.
Come on, there's no need to be shy. Just slip it on. There.
Ouch!
You're way too tense. You gotta loosen up. There.
The human body wasn't meant to bend like that. No one's practicing the piano, as usual. Even calling him a pianist is an insult to pianists everywhere. They could sell that for a fair amount of money, I feel.
Okay, Apollo, I'm going to guess what you're thinking right now.
Huh? What, was I making a funny face or something?
I'm so hungry. I'm right? Of course I am.
There's no of course about it. You guessed wrong. Besides, that's not what I'm thinking. It's what you're thinking.
How did you do that? You read my mind, Apollo.
At least you've got that pudding.
That's right.
Try not to eat my share, will you? Who says you get a share, Apollo? That magician in the photo. Is that your...
My real daddy. Yep. Zach Gramarye. He disappeared when I was little. I hung that up there so I wouldn't forget what he looked like.
I see. She's smiling, but I'll bet that smile doesn't go very deep. I can't believe you're using this cutting a person apart box as shelf space.
You know, I used that trick on stage the other night. Imagine my surprise when I pulled one of my shirts out of the box.
You should really examine your props before the show. Hat. That hat, is that a spare? It looks exactly like the one you always wear.
That's the first rule of a professional. Be prepared.
I mean, you just told us... Never mind.
You know, I put it on the other day, and this strange white substance fell all over me. It was like magic.
Or like fingerprint powder. Nice. Someone didn't put that away properly, Apollo. The plant. Intrigues you. That's a good one. The plant. It intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really. It's just the only thing in here that doesn't have some secret function. No secrets, but lots of memories. And a name, too. Want to hear it? Not really. His name is Charlie, if you were curious. Really, I wasn't. We already knew that, too. Ah, those legal books were left by my mentor. Aww, Mia. Too bad I gave up the practice before reading them. There's quite a few magic books in there, too, you know. Those would be Trucy's. She'll remember they're there eventually. I'm sure. He's so silly. Yeah, Phoenix Wright hasn't actually changed that much. He's just putting his acting school skills to good use. For a moment, I thought Mr. Wright might do magic too. A scary thought.
Ooh, careful there, Apollo. A lot of people run into that table, you know. Why, some client knocked the pot clean over the other day.
Why not get a more sturdy table?
Maybe the table is partially to blame.
There's no maybe to this. That thing is a death trap. Apollo, your old man crankiness is so relatable. Ah, presenting, are we? I did my fair share of that back in the day. Showed my attorney's badge a lot, too.
He may look cool and calm now, but you should have seen him before.
You know me too well, Trucy. I'm glad I provided this opportunity for a little family bonding. Are you going? Aw. I just wanted to see if you're going to the show, actually. Okay.
So, Daddy, what's this jurist system thing?
Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is?
I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know, Apollo?
Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling the new system the jurist system.
No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor.
Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. And there will only be 6 of them under the current proposal, right?
Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo.
Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now.
I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show. Starring Dr. Wright.
Dr. Wright, his assistant Trucy, and mascot Apollo. The perfect team. Mascot? Hey! Sorry, I'm just thinking about the mascot comment and how, like, anytime there's a thing that's like, draw on this, like, everyone's drawing on it, you like, go to a place where, like, you draw on the wall, or, like, they have a paper or a whiteboard you draw on. And I always draw a little Apollo, because it's so easy to draw, like, a tiny, shitty Apollo. In a way, he is the mascot. Anyway. So, what is this secret mission? The jurist system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo.
Too true. Everyone's got an opinion, and they just talk, and nothing gets decided. Kind of like you, Apollo.
I'm not that bad. Am I? In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will.
I don't like tests.
We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be chair of the Juror System Simulated Court Committee. What? Suddenly Italian. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom.
Wow, it's like you have a real job!
I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial simulation, that is.
A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting.
So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it is the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple.
Good thinking! No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious.
True. The case is a murder. That's not simple at all.
By simple, did you mean that the defendant is...
Guilty. Yes, most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall that I said it had something to do with you.
Go for it, Apollo! It's just a test case anyway, no sweat!
Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst-case scenario. You mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial. That's a real trial. All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. The trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Why am I only hearing about this now? Ah, yes. There was a change this morning. I picked a new case.
The apocalypse! Heaven and earth will shake!
So what? That's 3 whole days from now.
It's at Sunshine Coliseum! Let's go! Let's go today! We can say hi to Uncle Valent!
Have fun.
What? I can't go by myself! You know I'm not very outgoing.
Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something that he's not telling me. Hi, Ivy! Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to the Americans. I don't have very strong feelings for the holiday. I have to be so real.
Yippee! Now you can take me to the Coliseum!
I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Ah, Grammary. That reminds me.
What's this, Daddy? Isn't that silk hat the Grammary seal?
Consider it a birthday present, Trucy.
Thanks! It's great! But today isn't my birthday.
Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. Apollo's such a dork for knowing that. God, that's so... Then it's a Recycle Your Plastics present.
Yippee! So it's plastic!
I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So, what is it?
Can I open it, Daddy?
No. Uh-oh. Hi, oh my god. Hello. Hello, hi.
Huh?
You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then.
Well, why didn't you just hold on to it until then?
Because that would be the logical thing to do. Okay. An envelope about the Grammaries, huh? Alright, so what case are you going to use? You really want to know, don't you? Oh, you really want to know, don't you? Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes. Of course, this is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions. A blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Committee chair, remember? Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good, that's better. But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo, if I'm in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility. For good or for bad. Just do what you can. And don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Alright. I'd recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a wasting. Oh, Phoenix Wright, the man that you are. Alright, let's skedaddle. That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes.
Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us.
You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way. So true.
Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and they're standing right behind you? Oh, guard! Is our client going to be much longer?
What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet?
Huh?
Oh. Hey, girl.
Ah!
Where did you come from?
Hi.
Well, anyway, please have a seat.
I'm nervous, Apollo.
It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you?
That's right. Okay.
I'm the amazing Mr. Hat.
Ah! She passed out!
Miss Magic Underwear might have been a better bet.
That's magic panties, Apollo. Hi.
This? See this here? Does it ring any bells? Does anything I say ring anything? Yeah, I just want to see something really fast. Okay, I just have these two. Okay. Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know? And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign? That's spoken like a man who's never had a successful date in his entire life.
I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo.
I would love that, Trucy. We all want to know. No, never mind. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. So what's your name? Oh, right, I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo. Apollo Justice. She has no light in her eyes. So very real.
And I'm Trucy Wright.
I know. This is getting nowhere fast. Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened? I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately?
Well, the other day this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me directions.
Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. Though I think I understand despair a little better now.
Oop, 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 oop. You did good, Apollo. Look! She's doing her nails!
What? Are nails more important than defense? Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. I really like how she looks in this, because she looks really tired. Oh, is this her?
Excuse me? Could you read this?
Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. And this is the love letter we pass from desk to desk at school.
Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo!
It's a business card with a name and an address. The name is Vera Misham? Misham? Oh, whatever. The address is for Drew's studio. And you're giving me this card because... Well, looks like we're finished here.
I wonder if Drew's studio is the scene of the crime?
Let's go find out.
Move.
Yeah, sure. Hell yeah. Oh, this music. Wow. This looks like... It looks like a studio.
It's like life imitating art. Or maybe it's the other way around. But the tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah, looks like we found our crime scene.
Apollo, look at all those paintings!
Hey, don't touch those.
It's okay, I'm just looking. It's okay.
Oh, that's Momotaro.
Huh? Apollo, look at this one!
Looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath.
But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all.
Yeah, good point. That is odd.
All the paintings have a really different style, too.
We got 2 paintings and... Oh, we got all 3. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'll get commentary on those in a second.
I thought I might find you two here.
Hey, girl.
Emma! Long time no see!
Oh? Seems like I run into you far too often. I'll bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow?
I've heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh?
We don't even know what the case is about.
Well, he was killed. The artist who owns the studio, that is. Mr. Drew Measham. Measham?
And his daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center. Sorry, the pufferfish one is very mesmerizing. I keep just kind of you know what I mean? It really draws me in.
It was funny though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder.
You don't say. Not even by poisoning. That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman.
Poisoning?
Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my snackoos. We can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around. Which means we'd better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Or else! And I'm literally always saying that. You know, that's something I haven't used at work yet. I think I should. I feel like maybe I should. Okay, before we get into this.
Are you ready, Apollo?
Ready? For what?
For what? For the Troop Grammy Grand Magic Show!
It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything.
What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going on up on stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one.
Huh? You mean I can't go in this?
No.
Doesn't get more straightforward than that. Or else. What if we just open this? What if? Ooh. ¿Qué es este? Oh, looky here. Looky here. Looky here. Nice. A handwritten signature. It says, I can't read it.
That seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it?
Isn't it enough if you can read your own?
Oh! I never thought of it that way.
I want to see this stamp, the wax seal. It's so cool. I have a friend who has a wax seal, which is so awesome. Back when we lived in the same country, and she would write me letters, I'd always get a little wax seal on the letter from her.
What a pretty business card. Looks like a postcard almost.
And on the back? Just her name.
That seems odd to me.
Huh? What does?
Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space on the back for a self-portrait or a caricature? Then people would remember what you look like too.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo.
She's drawing something. Hey, my hair's not that spiky. I love the newer trend of like business cards having 2 languages on them. I think that's so smart. As it should be. Well, what do we have here? It looks like a person thinking about something.
Maybe they're worried? Like,
oh, like, what should I have for supper? A hot dog or a hamburger?
You know, I've always wondered about that. Why is there supper and dinner? Are they different meals or the same thing?
Maybe that's what this person's thinking about. God, this game is iconic. Is that a pufferfish?
Apollo, that's clearly a porcupine fish.
They're not the same thing?
You know what gets me? They've got all these needles, right? But what's protecting that soft spot on the lower belly there? Nothing!
Must remember to keep Shrucy away from small round fish. I mean, most fish aren't going to be coming from straight up underneath them, I guess. They do have a little bit of spininess there. This is most definitely Momotaro. That's the boy who came down the river in a peach.
Apollo, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch.
Oh, looks like it was only half completed.
Huh? That's funny. Do the rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you too?
They do, actually. What's that all about? I love the light coming in here. ¿Qué es este?
Hey! There's a painting hidden back here.
Hey, you're right.
What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone to see it?
You certainly seem pleased by the possibility.
Oh! Huh! It's so normal.
That's hardly something to get mad about.
Huh? What is it, Apollo?
Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. I'd better get a professional opinion on this. Oh, it's a plum, excuse me. It's a peach. It's fucking Momotaro, you idiots. You fools. Sorry.
That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this.
Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Measham would put his letters in there, and the postman took them away.
Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather.
I mean, that's the shit, letter writing.
Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug. Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee.
I would hope so.
poisoned coffee? Not exactly, actually.
What do you mean?
No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest of yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all.
Teacup.
I imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use. Guests?
Did the police already analyze this cup too?
Not a trace of poison was found on that cup.
So the killer was after Drew Measham alone.
Who was he meeting with? I feel like that person should be in jail, perhaps. Ah! Apollo! That's where the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Drew Measham passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment,
there's quite a bit of paint on the ground.
See that half-painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow, a true artist to the end! Or maybe he started it a year ago and was procrastinating. Dude, real. I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. I just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word?
No, I get it. Trucy, I get it. These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are.
Yeah, and what's going on with this half-finished one?
It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below.
That's what's so weird. The sketched part doesn't really fit the finished parts.
I noticed. That is weird.
This way.
Whoa! I forgot how, like, drastically different this side of the room is. Why is there a picture of an x-ray of a frog?
Why? Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green?
Ew, no, you don't want to mix red and green. That makes brown. It's ugly. That'll be enough of that, thanks.
What is this? What is all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth.
Why would a painter need all this?
From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff in years.
This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio.
Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin.
This is a crime scene, Trucy.
But these cost like $50 at the magic shop.
That's funny. Okay, I'll be over there in a second. Que se stay.
Is this desk for painting, Apollo?
It looks like an architect's desk.
That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought.
Well, why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? That's what I'm saying. Oh god. Okay, first of all, that's cute. Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Oh, hell yeah. Zoom in. Enhance. Something about the way that figure is posed.
I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures, she said. Go, gay man, go.
Please, I am a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence?
I think not.
So this is Drew Measham?
And this little girl must be Vera. Yeah, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family.
Until you arrested his daughter.
Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking.
Uh-huh. Right.
Es este. Ooh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo.
Honestly, I'm obsessed with the tiny frame. Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that?
None, apparently. It's empty.
There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on the desk?
This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames.
Is this a journal?
Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo?
He didn't
write the name of the killer, did he?
It's new. He didn't write a single line.
Ugh, you had me going for a while there.
What does this say on it? It looks like it says like Zimbabwe, but like someone who's never seen the word before tried to spell it. You know what I mean? Like a parodied version of a country name or something. Anyway.
Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy?
Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen?
But it doesn't have a pointy end. That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific, that's my motto.
Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? This envelope has been opened and resealed.
Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
Why would someone open a letter, then seal it again? I better hang on to this. Anything else? Nothing about the light?
Okay.
Alright, before we talk to Emma. Let's look at this stuff. Sorry. I was just thinking about the name Emma. One of my friends named her daughter Emma.
Hey, Apollo, this painting. I know it.
Huh? Really?
It's that story where the old woman is doing the wash in the river, and this giant peach comes a-floating on down.
That might possibly be the strangest thing I have ever heard.
It's Momotaro. She knows. She knows her Japanese literature and folk tales.
Maybe if you played Okami, you'd understand, Apollo. Okay, hold on. I just want to like... Oh, I can't examine the actual coffee? Okay. Misham. Alright, fine.
Hey, look there! That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about.
Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably... better ask Emma. I'm gonna guess that was from sensing poison or blood. Either one.
Apollo, look! It's been opened once here.
You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside.
Should I try to get it open and then stick it back shut?
Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea.
Emma! Let's ask her!
Emma. Sorry, I said her name in the fucking Sega voice. Sega. Emma. Yeah, my friend named her kid Emma with the same spelling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when your daughter's older. She'll be learning about this series from me.
So this, Drew Measham was some kind of artist?
Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth.
Oh? Well, I guess his stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance.
Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Measham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end.
What do you mean, to anyone?
He was always locked up here in the studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world. was through letters he'd put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? This game takes place in 2026? Yeah, we're getting there.
What do you mean, Apollo?
I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Measham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail.
Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know?
In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera.
Oh, you mean the killer?
The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Measham's and Vera's, basically.
Basically?
Actually, last night, Mr. Measham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently.
His first interview ever?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? Also, I just want to see... She's 19? Oh my god, what a baby. I love... So, like, these guys are all drawn with the very Ace Attorney style. He is drawn with this very specifically, like, paintbrush style that I really like. But only, like, his face and hair. The rest of him seems to be, like, the typical Ace Attorney style. But I love that detail. So, this woman, Vera. She's Mr. Measham's daughter, right?
Yep. A real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura.
She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company.
Her good luck charm?
Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client?
But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad?
Don't look at me. I mean, that's happened before where, like, a parent forced them to be a shut-in and then the kid killed the parent when they got older. That's not necessarily the weirdest thing. So, about the poison. It was found to be in his coffee, right?
No, not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean?
It means see for yourself, I think. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview. At around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill.
And died? She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see?
He wasn't near Mr. Measham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Measham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. I mean, but he should still be in questioning. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. I bet Emma could help us out here.
Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo.
Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do? Scientifically?
Ah, you know me too well. Okay.
Okay. Meaning we can get, scientific now?
Oh, I suppose. Just this once.
Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Hell yeah. Okay, I do want to, like, present other stuff. Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Look, I'm a detective. A detective! You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused in your inquiries. Scientific, even. Somehow I knew she'd get around to science. I just want to see if she says anything about anything else, okay? I just want to see. I just want to see. Emma, about this painting. Oh, that? Quite good, isn't it? That's not what I wanted to ask you about. You want to examine it, is that it? I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason. But without that, sorry. I guess she wants us to do a little footwork on our own first. Okay, I have a feeling she'll say the same thing, so let's go this one. Emma, about this painting. Oh, that? Quite good, isn't it? Oh, okay. Damn, okay. Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting here. That one? What about it? What about it? Yeah, what about it, Apollo? Take a closer look at it, both of you. Hi, Maddie. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a good day. Hope all y'all who are celebrating are having a good day. Or if you're not, that you're just everybody is having a good day. I'm not. Dude, I was in so much pain earlier. I was shaking. My fucking leg hurt so bad. Like, I've been dealing with this pain for like almost 8 years. Pretty bad off and on. But it was really bad this morning. Which is crazy because I've been trying to stretch it more, but apparently it hates that. You just woke up. Honestly, that sounds great. I'm very jealous. Now, look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Hey, they're the same! I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Jeremy Shim was copying this painting. Wow, it's pretty good! Copying a painting? What for? Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue, residue on the rim. So rude when stretching makes it worse. For real, dude. It, hurts the least amount when I don't move. Which is crazy. Because the internet's like, oh, sciatica, like, blah, blah, blah. If you walk around and, like, do these stretches. So I was like, okay, it's been bad for a long time. Like, I should probably, you know, start paying attention to this more. Holy shit, it hurts so bad today. Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. So, what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right. See, it wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. It's a nerve pain, yeah. Yep. And, like, it got worse. It got worse after my foot got crushed about, like, 4 years ago. But I think, like, I don't know. I, like, worsened it somehow when I was working retail because I wasn't doing things ergonomically enough, probably. And then it's just never been quite the same since then. Yeah, everything hurts except sitting. And, like, lying down hurts, too. It has to be sitting. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing! It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Yeah, I also have it in my shoulder. Like, it's my whole right side. But, the shoulder and, like, neck stuff, I can mitigate with a pillow. That is, like, It's very supportive, and so that happens a lot less. But literally every day, I have some amount of pain in my leg. And it just has been really bad lately.
They say flattery will get you everywhere.
It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis?
I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for atroconine. Huh? Atroconine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy.
Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly.
It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Well, then isn't that crazy? Because, like, he took a sip and then passed out. Or, like, died or whatever. Shouldn't there have been more time? Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown...
That's fine. Really, we don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please. You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo.
What are you doing?
I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous.
Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
Thanks, Maddie. I hope it gets better too. Will it?
I don't know. Probably not.
I just hope it gets back to the normal level of pain. Let's just get down to checking for real poisons, shall we?
Sorry. They got him in the eye.
No, that would be a terrible way to go. Eye stuff. Options. Oh, these options, I see. Oh, I can't save during the middle of this? That's kind of funny. This must be a big bottle. Yeah, we're kind of like... The range on this sucker kind of goes crazy.
Too bad. No reaction there.
I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second.
What is it, Apollo?
Did you spray that little desk over there?
I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know?
Let's check it out, just to be sure. Oh? It glow.
Ah! A reaction, Apollo! Ah! Where? The inside of that cute little frame. Look. Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I am known to work magic.
Never mind that I was the one who found it. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? It looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. Okay. Tell me more. Oh, wait, what? This. Emma, about this.
Oh, that. Yes, why, that's a bright red envelope.
She sure is jumpy.
Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed.
Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean you know what's inside the envelope?
Sure. I read it, after all. Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Huh, please. I would have steamed it open.
But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently.
Her smile is so cute. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering.
Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors.
Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found, I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning.
You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh?
It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization?
Something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes? That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that, in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please?
Oh, I suppose. Hold on.
Sorry for the noise. I'm just adjusting my mic. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo.
Ugh! What are you doing?
Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair, but it's like lead.
Point that thing at me anymore and it might all fall out.
And I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it.
Let's just get down to business, shall we?
Alright, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so.
I don't see anything.
Patience! There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got to set it to display the outside of the envelope now. See? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with the R trigger, would you? That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something! See, that's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh?
Except I can't read them.
Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all.
Why are they roasting him? I fear that's their love language. Both Emma and Trucy.
When you zoom in that much, you see a paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam on a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer.
I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything?
That's why we go to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing? Like going over the image with L trigger or L stick while holding A?
Yahoo! That's very sensitive.
There. That fixes the image onto the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it, too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Exactly. Not bad. Neat. Let's do some more.
Oh. You lose. Oh, dang it. Nope, I keep doing it the wrong way. Okay, let's print this one out. What's an L trigger? Yeah.
Ouch. You lose.
At least you know where you stand, eh? Anyway, now you see the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? Hell yeah, this one's fun. Alright. Okay, wrong direction. This is very relaxing, actually. Ooh, Mr. Drew mission. I've something $100,000. I've deposited the $100,000 into the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Fascinating. Okay, let's print this one out.
Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Meesham's account? His paintings must be really valuable.
There's another page in there. Care to take a look?
You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all.
So true. Here it goes with the second page then. This is really fun. Very relaxing. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. Okay, let's print this one out. Damn.
So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings.
Why all the secrecy, though? And
what?
why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right?
Maybe it had some special significance to him. Well, Emma?
Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime? Too many of the same words. I'm afraid I can't tell you, because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear.
I thought so.
I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Hey, King.
Brushel?
He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes in for an interview with the painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you?
Really strange.
It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Oh. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person.
It wasn't Valak Grammary by any chance, was it?
Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valiant Grammary. Looks like I'll be headed out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. Can we not? Oh, will she not say more about the thing? Fine. I do so much love this song. Let's look. Oh, that's all. Let's touch the poison. Looks like you have to take this back part off to put a... Looks like you have to take this back part off first to put a photo inside.
It'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there.
True. And that pale bluish stain? Why would there be poison on something like this?
Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put the poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on here too.
That's not very obvious, Trucy.
I guess you gotta have a good business card if you want to work freelance.
Really? What's this? A camera lens finder?
Do reporters take photos too?
I guess if he's freelance, he'd have to.
Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney. You'd always win.
Why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it?
Let it happen.
Oh my god, there's a dude. There is a Los Angeles address on here. Heyo. Hey. Oh my god. Oh my god, that scared me so bad. Take me back to the address, please. I love that. That must be new to this version. That's so fun. Okay, anyway. I miss Clavier. I miss him.
Woohoo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge.
Japanifornia real. Yeah. Oh god, it's for real. Such a jump scare. Just a while ago, it was the place where murder and nightmares converged.
Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent.
What about the case? Whoa!
Only a performer laughs like that.
The young Miss Trucy. How often yeah, okay, that's what he said. How often I hoped we'd meet again only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Save us, Clavier. Clavier, save us. Me every day.
Uncle Valent, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too.
Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you.
Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show.
Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as Magnify's illusions are reborn. Here, on stage, by my hand. I love this song.
Look, Apollo, a balloon! A hot air balloon!
With the Grammary seal on it, no less. Well, this is a long-awaited revival after all, and it's been 7 years, you know. I've spent plenty of time and a pretty penny on promotion.
I hope it's a huge success, Uncle Valent.
Oh, I intend for it to be nothing less, I assure you. They both sure seem excited about it. I guess it's a big deal for magicians. You know, I thought this at the time at the Governor's concert too, but this Coliseum is just way too big. It's huge.
It's got a big sounding name too. Sunshine Coliseum, was it?
Would you like to hear what the grand finale of the show in 3 days will be?
What? Really? Yeah.
The grand finale will be nothing other than... Don't tell me. You're going to make the Coliseum disappear, right? Ah! Oh. Oops. Looks like I was right.
Apollo, I can't believe you use your power of perception on something like this.
It was just a wild guess, really. That's funny. They changed the sign since our last case.
It was all Governors back then, wasn't it?
I hope nothing bizarre and mysterious happens this time. But it shall! Why, the show itself will be bizarre and mysterious, I assure you. I don't have a problem with mystery as long as it's legal.
I don't think lawyers and magicians were really meant to have conversations like this.
That's so funny. Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during our last case, too.
He's not a creature, Apollo. Poor guy.
Oh, sorry. Was I mean somehow?
You know how hot it is inside one of those suits? He's stuck in there with only the smell of his own sweat to keep him company. On the verge of passing out, he hands out each balloon as though it was his last.
Kind of takes the fun out of seeing the blue badger.
Is this Larry?
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a Larry reference. It's a guy painting, and he's in pink, and he's got the red beret, and he's got orangish hair. That's Larry, guys. Enhance. No, I can't. That's Larry, though. I'm positive. Okay.
Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Grammary Miracle is back after a 7-year absence?
Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his.
Daddy.
My co-magician in training, Zach Grammary. If that terrible thing hadn't...
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valent Grammary, would have been proud to stand upon his stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Valent. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think, we get to see the great Magnifie's illusions again.
She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifie Grammary, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off into outer space faster than the speed of sound.
I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the oh my god, help me. As heir to the Grammary Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses, how can I help you? If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law which governs our land. I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifie's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years. That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it?
And why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy.
Can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnifie's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such it was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe. Magnifie knew this and bequeathed it in his will. To one person. You mean... him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Grammary was the inheritor of the Grammary Miracle.
Daddy.
Yet as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time which you speak is 7 years.
Ah.
Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifie passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifie himself.
Is that how it works, Apollo?
Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing, permanently.
Daddy.
Oof. Okay. A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. No thanks. Are all magicians like this?
Apollo, what was that look just now?
I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician. Oh, I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Why, that bears the Grammary seal.
Uncle Valent? Is something wrong?
Trucy, where did you get this?
Huh? Daddy gave it to me.
Your daddy, my partner's at Grammar.
No, my other daddy, Phoenix Wright.
Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy? The Lord Daddy is so funny. Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. What is the Japanese for that, I wonder? The signature upon the back. Do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Grammary.
What? Daddy signed this?
Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? Lord Daddy? I get the feeling that you're not gonna say anything interesting. Lord Daddy is so funny. So a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper.
His name was Brushel.
Brushel.
I think he remembers him.
He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes.
Could you tell us more about him? What did he want?
Oop, wrong button. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valent's feet step always forward. That is all.
That's all. Very confusing.
I am to perform a big magic show, yes. I wanted someone to cover it. Yet, he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So, a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Grammary.
Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him.
Ooh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick.
Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
What happened to the big magic?
Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? He must have really not liked that journalist. Now, the time has come when I must return to making my prestidigitation preparations. Hate that. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Thanks, Uncle Valent.
3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valent react like this? React like that to this envelope?
I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
Hi, Phoenix Wright. Bye, Phoenix Wright. Oh, I don't know what voice to do for him.
I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote.
No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here.
Maybe that reporter?
There he is.
Hey there. How you doing? Who might you be?
Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey.
You're a justice.
You know me?
Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans, end quote.
That's not true. What's he writing?
Are you a reporter by any chance?
Oh, you're Trucy.
Am I famous?
Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties, end quote.
That's so not true!
Just hold on to her breeches there.
I'm like losing his voice. I'm losing it. Guys, I'm losing it. What was his voice? I literally already forgot it. I'm so tired.
I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy.
Interview?
So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote.
It needs to be a little more Kermit adjacent. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him.
Did you come here to interview the guard?
What a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk. Had to interview someone or go plumb crazy, end quote.
Huh.
Hi, Vera. I should have guessed.
Where are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes, end quote.
What's that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins?
Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through the crossroads of mayhem, madness, end quote.
I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something.
So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist?
Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
Yes?
I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote.
Okay.
For instance, you would think a movie director watches movies?
Well, I think he probably does.
Exactly, I knew you'd understand.
Huh? Girl, what? I've had exactly one alcoholic drink, but I'm a total lightweight, so I can't commentate much right now, lol. That's okay, Ivy. If I were in your place, I would be similar, I think. I have not had alcohol in a very long time.
So the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio?
Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record.
Yes?
I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy, real busy, always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back, end quote.
I can understand that philosophy, but...
You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away too?
Exactly. See, it's the same thing.
What is?
Paula and I are like the same person sometimes.
So you went to do a story on Drew Measham, and he'd never had a story done about him before?
That's right. Look, let me say one thing for the record here.
What?
I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place?
Well, yes.
Look, it's like, oh, I've got it. See, there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's going to tell me where he got it?
At the supermarket, maybe?
Exactly, see, that's what I'm talking about.
I think I may have actually understood that one. Vera cute, must protect, true. She's baby.
Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote.
This guy's like talking to some of my cowork. Dude, Nem, unfortunately you're so correct. That sucks for you. Right. Guess we'll leave then.
But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I just saw. Just for the heck of it.
Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery. End quote, I believe it was.
An oil painting?
Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river.
Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach.
Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote.
Interesting. Will you say anything?
Right, let me go on the record here.
Yes?
I know what you're going to say. Russell, take this. Write brilliant column. End quote.
I don't think so.
Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing, and that's food. Try to understand.
What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said. Was it this painting? Oh wait, no, you said it was the peach one. My bad. This one? Oh, you won't say anything? Okay, I guess you're not gonna say anything else. Ugh. I hate it when they don't say anything, and I want them to. How old is this guy? Bro looks bad for 36. I have to be so honest. Oof. Must have had a either rough life or bad genes, or maybe both. Okay, good.
Well, how'd it go? Find anything out?
Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you.
What's with that scary face you're making?
And what's with the I know something but I'm not telling face you've got going, Emma? What do I do? Is it this? This painting came from behind that dresser.
Nah, yes, so?
It was stolen, no?
I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out.
Do you think you could tell us a bit about this?
I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Measham was a forger.
This music is so eerie. And it's so fun because at the very beginning of the game, we heard a song with this melody as a leitmotif.
A forger?
Oops, 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 oops.
Scream!
I didn't want this. I thought it would be on the last thing that I chose, which was on the bottom. I'm sorry. Okay.
So, what exactly is a forger?
Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words.
Fakes?
Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart.
Well, why not just photocopy them?
The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course.
So Drew Measham was
a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess.
I see.
Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place.
What do you mean?
When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue.
So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage.
But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would.
That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces.
I get it now.
Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway.
Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Measham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking.
True. That would be interesting. And maybe valuable for our case.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo.
Flattery will get you everywhere, they say.
Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. This one? I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick.
Oh, fine. Fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out.
This one. Whoa. Oh yeah, these layers look really different because they're part of a painting, I guess. Or they're deeper sketches, like, I guess, depending on what he sketched with. The marks are deeper in the paper than, like, a calligraphy pen, perhaps. I love how forgiving it is if I don't get every little blue spot. It's like, nah, close enough. You got most of them. Oh. That's familiar.
Hey, I know that man.
I know him.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Oh, that's kind of... What the hell?
Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough.
Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough.
What do you mean?
Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch.
Composition?
In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So, in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting.
Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Measham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them?
Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd.
You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo.
You think we could check out each of the... You think you could check out one of the other paintings?
Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you?
I do! It's fun!
It's fine.
Let's do this one. Fish. I love doing this. There's something very satisfying about it. It's also such a nice change. As you will see on Saturday, I spent this week a lot of extra time in Olkami trying to get to 2 million yen. And I did it, which is so exciting. But boy, howdy. It was annoying. Oh! Okay, let's print this one out. That's terrifying! This one too!
What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden.
You think I could just look at the last of these?
Fine by me. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, so that's... We can poop. We'll be able to poop, which is so exciting. But I did so much fishing off screen. Because I realized the fishing stuff, to do it all, would take like hours and hours. And so I'm only gonna do one part on screen. Because there's other things we haven't done yet that may also take a long time. Because I didn't realize that the game, like, internal coding, like, distinguishes some fish as, like, rare. And so they take a lot longer to show up, and it took forever to get all the fish from, like, certain areas. The deepens mystery. Did you mean to type that? That's really funny.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's print this one out.
What the hell is all this?
I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited.
You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation?
Trucy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything?
For once you did it on purpose. Okay. It's really funny either way. Also, hi, Karma. Ugh, that one of Clavier.
Ah! There! Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on?
These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on.
What?
The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the Gaviner's concert.
The love of my life on fire with his guitar. Ugh, captured in a sketch.
What could it mean? How could he have drawn these things? And why?
That's what I want to know.
Wait, is Drew Measham your father?
Give me a break. Does that seem even remotely possible to you? I'd never even heard of any Drew Measham before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Measham? And what did he have to do with me?
That would scare the shit out of me, actually. Like, if he weren't already dead, I'd be like, I'm going to get a restraining order. Wowza. Well, this case is just getting started. I'm very excited to do more. But we won't get more until Sunday. Saturday is Okami. Okami. Okami.
Jin Jin.
Should be good. Should be a good time. There will be shenanigans to be had. We may see me fly into a crazy rage for the first time in a bit. We'll see. And then yeah, more of this will go into the trial on Sunday. Sunday. We're getting really close to finishing both of these games. I think what's going to happen is that these games will be finished right around Christmas time, like right before. And then I'm going to take a little break from streaming. I might do like a GeoGuessr or something type stream during the holiday break, but I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be like house sitting and stuff. And so I also would just like the break. And I need to draw the thumbnails. And I also want to decide, like what I was talking about earlier, if like I want to start a new game to stream, or if I want to like do some streams where I'm like, how do I say? Like revisiting old games. You know what I mean? To do things we didn't get to do before. I'll figure it out. Ace Attorney will still be at least once a week. But I can't decide how I'm going to do the rest of my streams because I just need time to breathe, and I'm not really getting that with my current work. And so this is something that I control, that I can control, like, how often it happens. So, yeah. A game that doesn't need a lot of spoons? No, not necessarily. It's games that I've like some of the secret bosses, you know, in Kingdom Hearts is like I didn't beat them before, but like I could grind and level up and then try to do them because I do kind of miss playing those games anyway. So that's something I could do. I could do the Hikikomori route on Omori. God, what else have I fucking played, dude? Yeah, Skies of Arcadia, there's stuff. I think Grandia 2 is the only thing I, like, just went all the way through. But yeah, like I said, it's just been hard lately to find time to breathe, mentally. So, I don't know how I'm gonna handle that yet.
But I'll figure it out. And I'll also say it in the community. I'll put a community post up. Anyway, for now, you know the drill. Take care of yourself. Ouch. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. I've seen 2 wrecks in the last 2 days. So be safe, especially during the holidays. People are crazy. Stay hydrated. It's part of staying safe. Please wear a mask. That's another thing with the holidays going on. Disease spreads more easily. Make sure you're getting like flu shots and all that stuff. Updated booster if it's accessible to you. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you when I see you. Hopefully for Okami. Okay, bye.